Right now on Focus, lace up your sneakers and get ready for family fitness. Focus reporter Grover Silcox teaches us a few tricks as he infiltrates the local BMX cycling scene. But if track racing is more your speed, Olympic champion Marty Notstein joins us with highlights from the Valley Preferred Cycling Center's 2014 season. Plus, thinking about signing up for a 5K, 10K, or half marathon this summer? Well, you don't have to run it. We learn how to walk your way to your distance goals. These stories, plus a preview of Lehigh Valley Soccer Fest, right now on Focus.
Focus showcases the people, places, and issues that matter to you.
Everybody has a story.
These are the stories that uplift and inspire right here in your neighborhood. Focus on what matters. You never know what you're going to see when you tune into Focus.
Support for Focus is provided by
You're safe at home at Luther Crest, a Diacon senior living community in Allentown. Our mission is to offer premier accommodations and services so residents can cultivate a healthy and fulfilling retirement. At Luther Crest, we offer independent living apartments and cottages, personal care, skilled nursing, rehabilitative services, and more. Plus, the Luther Crest team strives to provide each person family-like support. You might say it's like a home run. Luther Crest.
News doesn't stop. We cover it 24/7, 365, because that's what our readers demand from us. You need to know what's going on, who's playing by the rules, or who's breaking them, who's winning and who's losing. The full range of the human experience plays out every day in the pages of our newspaper and website. The platform you choose to engage with us is your business. Delivering the news is ours.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Laura McHugh. In this episode, we put the focus on fitness. We start with the wild world of BMX, the cycling sport that combines a racer's need for speed with a thrill seeker's daredevil attitude. For this story, we turn to who else? Focus reporter Grover Silcox, our resident bad boy.
I guess you could call me that, Laura. In fact, you just did. I think it's hard to look at me and not think about BMX biking. Maybe that's because I love the sport and watching other people do it. I'd kill myself doing it, really, so I live vicariously through other people. By other people, I mean some local Lehigh Valley cyclists who make grinding a rail, jumping hips, and doing 360s in midair look easy. Take a look.
At the first hint of warm weather, BMX cyclists spring into action.
It's almost like breakdancing on a bicycle, you know, you just jump around, do tricks, stand on the pegs, spin around, do stuff like that, ride on one wheel.
Joe Kowalski, an avid BMXer and owner of Butcher the Block BMX shop in South Bethlehem, loves the freeform thrill of riding BMX.
I ride mostly street, but I'll ride dirt jumps too in the park and whatever.
BMX cyclists use the pegs, metal cylinders fixed to the axles to ride ledges and rails.
Basically, it's BMX bikes. They're 20-inch bikes. They're called 20-inch because of the size of the wheels.
Some of us refer to them as little kids' bikes because they're pretty tiny.
BMX bikes are lightweight and built for maneuverability.
I'll jump hips and grind things, and it all depends on how I'm feeling that day.
27-year-old Nilo Haj of Bethlehem unwinds on his BMX after a full day working in the field of masonry restoration.
I definitely want to go home and change and get my bike and go out. A lot of people do like 360s. It's not a basic trick. It's not like you pick up your bike and magically you can 360.
When it comes to BMX riding, you've got to hop before you can spin.
You have to learn the bunny hop. That's like the basic trick.
You kind of need that trick to start doing all the rest of them.
Adam Raymond, a hairstylist from Easton, avoids the flips but loves the edges.
I like grinding stuff a lot. I might jump down a big set of steps or do a big handrail or something like that.
Most BMX cyclists ride without brakes.
Kind of just don't need them, and it just is one less thing to have on the bike.
The lighter, the better, especially when you're working on a jump called the tail whip. Of course, you can take a beating learning and perfecting these stunts.
You have to be willing to try things, knowing that you could fall. After a while, you become dull to the pain.
Like those who skydive or bungee jump, BMXers often risk life and limb for the rush.
I'm not a smooth guy. I tend to jump off big things and stuff, like to grind big rails and ledges.
The guys warm up at the Bethlehem Skate Park where they can practice and try new tricks with fellow BMXers.
It's a concrete park that a lot of skateboarders and BMXers from the area here, we all had input on it and gave ideas for it and helped raise money for it.
We kind of start out usually at the skate park just to warm up a little bit. But a lot of us like riding street, so that's just basically going out and finding whatever it is you want to ride. So it could be a handrail, it could be a set of steps, it could be a wall.
BMX companies such as Colt and Animal sponsor Nilo and Joe. They provide them with parts and other goodies to display their brands among other cyclists. Some BMXers get big sponsors and go pro. But for most of these cyclists, it's all about fun and freedom.
It's just more of like having fun and hanging out with my friends. It's like a thing we all do together, kind of bonds us.
It's fun, it's cool.
It's just the freedom to do whatever you want.
For the freedom and the rush these cyclists thrive on. For Focus, I'm Grover Silcox reporting.
Now we turn from the dirt track to the racetrack. Olympic champion Marty Notstein, executive director of the Valley Preferred Cycling Center, joins me now at a look at what's in store for the Velodrome this season. Thanks for being with us. It's not every day we have an Olympic champion on Focus.
I'm glad to be here. So, in a beautiful set. So, thanks for inviting me.
Thank you. We have a big anniversary coming up actually next year in the 2015 season for the Velodrome. It's been open for almost 40 years.
The Velodrome has been open for almost 40 years. It was actually built in 1974 and the first racing season was in 1975. So next year we'll be celebrating our 40th racing season, which is just absolutely amazing because when you look back at the history of the Cycling Center or the Velodrome, you'd be amazed at how many great racers and races have been held over its 40-year history. So we're very excited about the first 40 years and we're really excited about at least the next 10, 15, 20 years after that.
You called it the Cycling Center. You also called it the Velodrome. I think a lot of locals call it the Velodrome.
Well, it is a velodrome. A velodrome is a French word for bicycle racing track, and that's what we are. It's a bicycle racing track, just like you have baseball fields inside stadiums as well. Well, a velodrome is inside the Valley Preferred Cycling Center. So again, it is a velodrome. There are velodromes throughout the United States. There's velodromes throughout the world. So he'll always be a velodrome, but it is a Valley Preferred Cycling Center.
What do you have going on this year? Is there anything new, any special additions or attractions?
Well, that's a good question. We have a lot of exciting races this year. We have a bunch of UCI races. UCI is our international governing body, which stands for Union Ciclista International, or International Cycling Union. And we're receiving 7 UCI races just in the month of June alone, which is unheard of. And really the only reason we're getting 7 UCI races in June is because of our long-standing tradition of putting on world-class events every Friday night. So, and these events are ranked, and they're ranked by highest being Olympic Games, second highest being a World Championships, then there's a Class 1 event, and we're a Class 1 event. So we're just 2 notches below an Olympic game caliber event. So we have international riders already starting to come into Lehigh Valley, preparing for these events. So I'd encourage people to come out and see that. And then on top of that, one thing we've been doing a whole lot of over the last couple of years is doing non-cycling events. And last year we held our very first Victory Beer Brewgrass Festival, so a bluegrass festival. Music lovers came out and were entertained inside the Velodrome to great bluegrass music. And then we're also holding a Diva Dash this year, which is a women's only Tough Mudder type event. So, and we have Pitbull awareness, we have MS walks, we have a lot of great things happening throughout the year. So there's not a weekend that goes by that there's not something happening at the Cycling Center.
One of my favorite events to attend is on Friday nights. It's just it's usually a race of any kind, and it's every Friday night. It's really family friendly.
It is family friendly. Every Friday night throughout the summer, starting in June 6th, ending the last Friday in August, we host our World Series of Bicycling events. Our UCI events will also be part of the World Series of Bicycling events. And you're right, extremely fan-friendly, family-friendly, inexpensive. Gate admission starts at $5. Kids 12 and under are free. We got great food. We got some of the best beer in town on tap. So just great quality entertainment, inexpensive, family fun, and Olympic action, which is something unheard of here in the Lehigh Valley. So again, to come and watch some of the best track cyclists in the world compete, in speeds of excess of 40 miles per hour, elbow to elbow, inches apart, is just very exciting.
I mean, you're a racer yourself. What's it like
I
there
used to be a racer.
Right.
I used to be a racer. So. You know, I grew up at the cycling center, and I came to the community programs, the same community programs we offer to the community today. The majority of these programs are free for kids, so you know, so being a part of it, growing up, learning how to race a bicycle on the venue or in the venue, go on to great things in the sport of cycling, winning world championships, Olympic gold medals was awesome. But now to come full circle and now the executive director and really have my hands on the business side of it, the community program side of it is just phenomenal. So I'm driven by passion every single day because the venue has given me so much, and you know, I'd look forward to, you know, like I said, another 10, 15, 20, 40 years down the road.
So many of our viewers, you know, many live in Lehigh, Northampton County and are familiar with the Velodrome, but many live in the surrounding counties, and this is a hidden gem for many of them. They've probably never been there.
We use that word a lot. You know, it truly is a gem, and you know, Bob Rodale was a visionary, and Bob Rodale, you know, had a dream of building a velodrome in the Lehigh Valley and having the community use it. And one thing I will say is, you know, the community is understanding more about track cycling, more about the velodrome. Community has grown, as you know, but it is a gem. And most people will say, well, I've heard of the velodrome, but I may not have been there, or I haven't been there in 10 years. Well, for those who haven't been there in a while, I encourage you to come back out because the venue has changed drastically. The racing has changed drastically. I mean, it's so much fun, so exciting to have Olympians from all over the world here in the Lehigh Valley competing all summer long, and you can come and interact and watch them race is just unheard of. Plus, on top of that, it is a county-owned facility. So one thing, you can literally watch the German Olympic team train, and as soon as they get off the track, you can get out there with your own bicycle and ride it. Great controlled environment, safe atmosphere, and bring your son or daughter, your kids out, or nieces, nephews, and let them ride it as well. So again, it's a very unique thing, and you know, without Bob Rodale's vision, you know, we wouldn't have this incredible gem in our community.
We really appreciate your time. Thanks for being with us today. Where can people go to find a list of events?
The best way to get in touch with us is on our website, thevelodrome.com. We have a great Facebook and Twitter following, so we're strong on social media, but thevelodrome.com, or give us a phone call at 610-395-7000.
Thanks so much, Marty.
Great.
Well, are you sitting down? Reports show that most people spend at least 6 hours a day sitting, and new studies show it may start to impact our life expectancy. For some tips on how to get moving, I met Michelle Stanton, fitness expert and the author of Walk Off Weight on the South Bethlehem Greenway.
More and more research keeps coming out about the problems of being inactive. Our bodies weren't designed to be sitting for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. And when that happens, on a metabolic level, our bodies start to change. We have less circulation, we don't burn as many calories, so it makes it harder to lose weight, easier to gain weight. But changes are also happening that enzymes are being shut off in our bodies when we sit too long. That's putting us at risk for diabetes, heart disease, even some types of cancer. And going to the gym for an hour or going out for a walk or a run for a half an hour isn't enough to combat that. Now, we're not going to go to the gym for hours on end. It's really simple. You just need to move more throughout the day. So when you're at your office, instead of sitting there, you know, every hour or so, get up. Add little bursts of activity in your day. One of the things I do is I never take my chair anymore to my son's baseball games. So that way I'm standing, I'll walk around the field. So instead of sitting there for 2 hours, I'm up and moving. Even standing is better than sitting.
So Michelle, many of us have signed up to walk 165 miles with Get Your Tail on the Trail, and it seems like a daunting task when you think of it as 165 miles at once.
Oh, you can do it. First of all, it's splitting up over several days, so it's just a little bit each day. And when you get out there on the trail, having friends or family joining you can really help to make that time go quickly. If you've got a group of people, you can also do things like a book club and read the book, and then instead of sitting around discussing the book over food, you can go out and take a walk and discuss the book.
Now, what if I'm by myself? Are there any apps that I can download on my phone to help keep me motivated?
There are a lot of good apps out there. There's one, it's called The Walk, and if you like spy thrillers, it's like an audio book, but as you walk, it tracks your miles, and the story progresses only as you walk. So if you want to find out what's going to have to happen next, you've got to log those miles to unlock stories in the app itself. There's another one which is called Virtual Walk, and that you can choose areas. So you could choose Washington, D.C., for instance, and pick a route. So you actually have to walk the distance, and it will then tell you about landmarks along your route. So for example, in the mall down in Washington, D.C. It encourages you because you see that there's a little icon. You've got to go another half mile, and then you're going to, hear this story or bit of history. So those are fun ways to keep yourself motivated.
Now, when we talk about walking our way through history in those apps, there's an actual half marathon coming up where you can actually do that in the Lehigh Valley, but not in the virtual world, in the real world.
In the real world. The Delaware and Lehigh Heritage Half Marathon is in November, so it's not too early to start training. And this year they're making it walker friendly. So there's a 4.5-hour time limit, which makes it very doable for walkers. I've created training programs on my website at mywalkingcoach.com, and it's all levels. So even if you aren't walking right now, there's a program that gets you going and helps you slowly add those miles. 13.1 miles can sound a little daunting, but I take you through it nice and easy, step by step, and you slowly build those miles. And what happens is it's really a great boost in confidence when people start and you go there at that event and you cross that finish line. And having that big goal, so it forces you to stay on track and keeps you motivated because you know you have to do the training in order to achieve that goal.
But Michelle, I don't think I've ever walked farther than a 5K before.
You can do it. The training programs take you from 0 to 13.1 miles very gradually. It builds the habit, and then you add the distance, just a mile each week. And before you know it, you're at that distance. Plus, there's going to be a lot of support along the way.
Thanks so much for the inspiration, Michelle. Thanks for those tips, Michelle. Next month, local soccer lovers will turn their attention to the World Cup and celebrate with the first ever Lehigh Valley Soccer Fest. With a preview, here's Kurt Moselle, ArtsQuest Vice President for Marketing and Public Relations. So if you can't make it to Brazil to see the World Cup in person, where's the next best place?
Well, it's going to be in the Lehigh Valley. And what we've done is we've really tried to emulate the fan fests that have taken place in Europe during the 2006 and 2010 World Cups that were very prominent in Germany. And that's really bringing an experience to the Lehigh Valley community that offers viewing of a lot of the games and so much more.
How great is our soccer interest in the Lehigh Valley?
You know, it's incredible. The process of putting this event together and working with our committee to do so, from the corporate support to the local youth soccer organizations in the Lehigh Valley and Eastern Pennsylvania Youth Soccer, which has over 130,000 playing members, has been tremendous. There's a tremendous passion for soccer here.
And so this is going to include viewing parties, kid-friendly activities, music. When is it and when can people?
Sure, exactly. The dates of the event are June 12th when the World Cup begins with Brazil playing Croatia. Down here we'll have the 27-foot wide screen on the town square right between our two buildings, and it will play to the town square and to the Levitt lawn. So about a viewing area for about 3,000 people will be accessible. And the games go that first weekend, the 12th through the 16th, culminating with the United States versus Ghana. And we just received approval from ESPN that they're going to be here that night showcasing our fan festival to the country. And then the second weekend, it's the 19th, which is Thursday, through the 22nd, culminating once again with the United States playing against Portugal in their second round of pool play.
And so being right here on the Steel Stacks campus, it's really symbolic because Bethlehem Steel had this wonderful soccer club for 15 to 20 years, and it started almost 100 years ago.
You know, you're exactly right, and I get the chills even thinking about the synergy with the history to what we're accomplishing here now. Charles Schwab had started this team in the 19-teens, and he basically acquired some of the best players in the world to come and work at Bethlehem Steel. And over the course of the next 15 years or so, they won 5 national cups, which is now the U.S. Open Cup, the longest standing soccer tournament in the United States, where amateur teams have the ability to continue playing. And our local FC Sonic played last night, for example, against Harrisburg in their qualifying game. So those teams continue playing to get to the championship. And so this team, the fact that they won 5 of those championships and have 15 players in the Soccer Hall of Fame is just an incredible story.
And here in America, we often think of soccer as a more recent sport, you know, something that's grown over the last 20 to 30 years, but here it's got a rich history in it.
It actually does have a rich history in the U.S. And you know, another cool synergy to this Bethlehem Steel FC team is a company out of Philadelphia called Mitchell & Ness, which makes very high-end and authentic throwback jerseys and apparel. Mm-hmm. They contacted us about getting involved with this, and they're creating a whole line of Bethlehem Steel products, from scarves to hats to shirts and different wearables. So it's again some of the cool things that you'll find at this event.
And this is going to be open to families, not just adult soccer fans,
Correct. It's a free event to the public, and our goal with it is to really showcase this campus and what PBS and ArtsQuest and everyone have brought into the Lehigh Valley with soccer experiences and more than that. So the youth that are playing, combined with that international passion of the Latino influence on the south side of Bethlehem, will all be intermingled together, very similar to the experiences you might find in Europe and South America.
And you said this is a FIFA-sanctioned event? So
That's correct. We applied to FIFA back in October, and then were recently granted one of the very first official viewing party approvals. And so that, along with this ESPN, that we've gotten on both of their radar, is, I think, a tremendous statement for the Lehigh Valley being taken seriously by the world's soccer community in this event this year.
So how come ArtsQuest, which is a very arts-oriented organization, of course, really involved with visual arts, performing arts, and music, getting involved with this sports fest?
Sure. It came about because I had a soccer background and was approached by a couple of the members on our community from Spark and Discover Lehigh Valley and Lehigh Valley United, which is a local soccer club. But the concept of the event was to embrace the passion for soccer and the World Cup and really tie it into the arts and culture that already exist on the campus. So we'll be tying that in through offering all these different youth and adult soccer experiences, but then complementing it with concerts at the Levitt Pavilion each night, and even to the amount of detail where when England is playing Italy or Japan is playing Greece, we'll have bands in those genres playing after their game. So really tying in the culture, and we'll be reaching out to St. Nick's Church and working with them on having their church community come down and support the Greek team that's playing, and then the Greek band that they already know, all in one cultural experience.
Kurt, thanks so much for sharing this information. Where can people find out more?
Sure, we have a website set up called lvsoccerfest.com, where fans can go find out more information, register to get on our email list, and the event's free to the public. So anyone can come down anytime and experience as much of they want of it at no cost.
We always appreciate it, Kurt. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, that wraps up our show. Thank you at home for joining us. We'll see you back here next week. Until then, remember to focus on what matters.
It's time for the 4th annual PBS 39 Microbrew Festival at Coca-Cola Park in Allentown. Join us May 31st to enjoy craft brews from more than 30 regional breweries. Tickets are limited and may not be available at the door, so visit wlvt.ticketleap.com and get yours now. Support PBS 39 at the 4th annual PBS 39 Microbrew Festival on May 31st.
In 1948, John Walson